Hi guys, welcome to another video from Little to Simple. For decades, the Ambassador car was a symbol of prestige and power on Indian roads. Known as the King of Indian Roads, this car carried politicians, government officials and even newlywed couples. But how did this iconic vehicle rise to such heights and what led to its eventual downfall? Today, we explore the fascinating journey of the Ambassador car company, including its multiple failed comeback efforts. The birth of an icon. The story of the Ambassador car begins in post-independence India. In 1958, Hindustan Motors, an Indian automotive manufacturer, launched the Ambassador based on the Morris Oxford Series 3 model. The car was initially seen as a status symbol and quickly became popular among India's elite. The Ambassador was robust, spacious and well-suited for Indian roads. It was the car of choice for many government officials and became a status symbol in the 1960s and 70s. The Golden Era. The 1960s and 70s marked the golden era of the Ambassador. It became the go-to vehicle for Indian families, government officials, and even the Prime Minister. By the 1970s, Hindustan Motors was producing over 24,000 Ambassadors annually, a testament to its popularity. The Ambassador's design was timeless. Its spacious interior and sturdy build made it ideal for Indian conditions. It was a car that could handle the country's diverse terrain with ease. The symbol of power. The Ambassador was not just a car, it was a symbol of power and authority. It was the official car for many government officials, including the President and the Prime Minister of India. In the 1980s, nearly 75% of government vehicles in India were ambassadors. Riding in an ambassador was a matter of pride. It was seen as a symbol of the government's presence and power. The car was reliable, comfortable, and commanded respect on the roads. The challenges begin. However, the automotive landscape in India began to change in the 1980s and 90s. With the entry of new, modern cars from manufacturers like Maruti Suzuki, the Ambassador started facing stiff competition. By 1997, Maruti Suzuki's market share had soared to 74%, while Hindustan Motors' share had dwindled significantly. The entry of new players like Maruti Suzuki marked the beginning of a challenging era for the Ambassador. Consumers were looking for modern, efficient, and affordable cars, and the Ambassador struggled to keep up with the changing market dynamics. The struggle to innovate. Despite its declining popularity, Hindustan Motors made several attempts to modernize the Ambassador. They introduced new variants with improved engines, better interiors, and even a diesel version. However, these efforts were not enough to compete with the rapidly evolving automotive market. We tried to keep up with the competition by introducing new variants and improving the car's features, but the market had changed drastically and it was difficult to match the innovation and efficiency of newer models. The failed comeback efforts. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, Hindustan Motors made multiple attempts to revive the Ambassador. They launched several new models, including the Ambassador Nova in 1990, the Ambassador Classic in 1998, and the Ambassador Grand in 2003. These models featured modern updates like power steering, air conditioning, and better suspension systems. Despite these updates, the newer Ambassador models failed to capture the market's attention. In 2004, the total sales of the Ambassador had dropped to just over 12,000 units, a stark contrast to its peak years. The final decline. By the early 2000s, the Ambassador's sales had plummeted. The car that had once ruled the Indian roads was now struggling to find buyers. In 2014, Hindustan Motors officially halted the production of the Ambassador, marking the end of an era. Several factors contributed to the decline of the Ambassador. The lack of significant innovation, rising competition, and changing consumer preferences all played a role. The car simply couldn't keep up with the times. The legacy of the Ambassador. Despite its fall from grace, the Ambassador still holds a special place in the hearts of many Indians. Vintage car enthusiasts and collectors continue to celebrate the legacy of this iconic vehicle. In recent years, restored Ambassadors have been fetching prices as high as 5 lakh rupees at vintage car auctions. The Ambassador is a piece of Indian automotive history. Restoring and driving these cars is a way to keep that history alive. It's more than just a car, it's a symbol of a bygone era. The story of the Ambassador is a tale of rise and fall of innovation and tradition. While it may no longer dominate the Indian roads, its legacy as the king of Indian roads will never be forgotten. The Ambassador remains an enduring symbol of India's automotive history. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of the Ambassador car. See you all again in the next video. Until next time, have a good one, guys.